Boy.
Hello and good night. I am Fatina Suha reporting for the World News. It was reported that there was a case of murder in Las Vegas, and based on investigation, the police said that it was possible that it contains elements of black magic.
The leader and the murderer is Dale Edward Flanagan, the grandchildren of the victims, and Randolph Moore, friend of Flanagan. The victim, Carl and Colleen Gordon, were found dead on November 6, 1984, where Carl found having been shot 7 times in the chest and the back, while Colleen found having been shot 3 times in the head. It has been reported that there was a knife found near the victims, and it has been used by Flanagan and Moore for their witchcraft practicing, where the knife will be passed through flame. For now, they have been arrested by the police and will have their trial on the court next week.
All rise.
Please be seated.
The criminal trial of the Supreme Court of Nevada is now in session. Case number 27820. The Honorable Judge, the Justice Judge Sherry, Judges Springer and Young, are presiding. The case before this Supreme Court is a criminal trial case number 27320. The parties are the appellant, Dale Edward Flanagan and Moore, against the state of Nevada, the respondent.
Thank you, Bailiff. You may be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We will start by calling the case of Flanagan and Moore against the state of Nevada. Are both sides ready?
Yes, ready, Your Honor.
Now, the court calls upon the prosecutor for the opening statement. Public prosecutor, you may start whenever you're ready.
Marshal Blush. Thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, I would like to submit that Mr. Flanagan and Mr. Moore should be liable on murdering and no reversal of sentences should be made. Thank you, Your Honor.
Next, the court calls upon the counsel. Counsel, you may start whenever you're ready.
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Your Honor, the appellants wish to this court for the convictions to be reversed because of the same type of constitutional error had occurred at the guilt phase of their trial as occurred at the second penalty hearing. The reversal seek in their sentences based on the number of grounds.
Now, the public prosecutor may call it first witness.
Marshal Blush, Your Honor. I would like to call Mr. Thomas Akers as the first witness, Your Honor.
Raise your right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth?
Yes, I do. Sir, may you tell before the court your full name, please?
My name is Thomas Akers.
Spell your last name, please.
A-K-E-R-S. Akers.
Thank you, Mr. Akers. Next, will you please tell before the court your relationship with the appellants?
I am acquaintance for both the appellants.
Mr. Akers, the night of the incident, please tell the court where were you?
I was with them, assigned to drive them to the victim house.
Mr. Akers, is it Mr. Flanagan's grandparents' house?
Yes.
Did anyone force you for the involvement of your aunt, Mr. Akers?
No, I do it voluntarily.
Even any threat, Mr. Akers?
Yes, there was no threat. I drove to the victim's house voluntarily on that night.
Thanks, Mr. Akers. Next, I would like to ask you about the evidence found in the victim's house. At the scene, there was a knife and the knife was found near the victim. Do you have any knowledge about the knife, Mr. Akers?
No.
Mr. Akers, do you have any knowledge about that both victims were shot to death?
Yes.
Mr. Akers, shot meaning using gun, not knife. But why there was a knife on scene, Mr. Akers?
I don't know, ma'am.
Did you know about the activities that both appellants were involved in? I mean, any occult activities?
Well, actually, I noticed Mr. Flanagan playing with some tarot cards.
I see. Anything else?
He has told me he involved in devil workshop. Yes, something like that.
Yes, Mr. Akers.
He has told me once that he has such spiritual power. He could push his grandparents, the gardens, or to what he wants.
Spiritual power, you say?
Yes, not regular type of power, but supernatural power.
Thank you, Mr. Akers.
Yes, you are welcome.
Your Honors, that's all from me now.
Does the council have anything to ask to the first witness?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Akers, could you please tell the court what did Flanagan and Moore do to the victims?
They killed them by shooting them rapidly.
And do you know the reason behind their act, Mr. Akers?
Well, Flanagan's and more, they want to have the insurance money and rolls from the victims.
Next, did you barely saw with your own eyes that Flanagan and Moore using their black and white magic to their victims or other people?
Oh, about that, I didn't saw it, but as I said, Flanagan told me that he had the power to push them up and down, whatever, however he want, but I've never seen it myself.
So, Mr. Akers, if I may ask, were you in attendance at the moment Flanagan and Moore were planning their crime?
Yes, I was.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustain.
That's all from me, Your Honor. I don't have any further questions to ask the witness. Thank you and much obliged.
Now the public prosecutor may call its second witness.
Much obliged, Your Honor. I would like to call upon Mr. Wayne Wittig as the second witness, Your Honor.
Right hand. Do you promise that the testimony you shall give in the case before this court is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but truth?
Yes, I do.
Tell your name, please.
My name is Wayne Wittig.
Spell your last name, please.
W-I-T-T-I-G. Wittig.
Thank you, Mr. Wittig. Mr. Wittig, please tell before the court the reason you being here.
I am here to testify against Mr. Flanagan and Mr. Moore.
Mr. Wittig, what is your relation with them?
When I was 16, I was part of 7 members of Coven led by Mr. Flanagan and Mr. Moore.
Please tell the court what is coven that you mean.
A coven is a gathering of people. It is a basis of Satan to get the most out of life, so to speak. You can ask for help when you need it, something like somebody to kind of call upon if something should ever arise.
Alright, Mr. Wittig, I want to ask. This practice is divided into at least 2 categories, which is black magic and white magic. Is it true?
I'm not really sure, but based on what I was involved, yes, both was different things.
Please tell us the purpose of all this.
Black magic was used to when someone in danger. You shoot more or less, put a hex on them, and they would feel pain, which is not the normal kind of pain. It is weird feeling and could not explain it.
What is white magic?
It is the ability to manipulate people to do things they would not normally otherwise do. For example, like cut your finger, which is not normal to do.
Mr. Wittig, so what was the role of Mr. Flanagan in the coven activities which you personally participated in?
I believe he was the second in command as far as the coven went. Actually, there was another one more power than him.
Which one of magic did he engage in?
The black magic one.
And how about Mr. Moore's role?
He is the first command. He had the white magic and can manipulate people.
Did you mean that he is the leader of the group?
Yes.
Last question from me, Mr. Wittig. Do you have any knowledge about the knife according to coven activities?
Yes, any initiation ritual, a knife will be used to draw blood. The blade will running through a candle flame as if to create a centralness.
Thank you, Mr. Wittig. Therefore, I have no further question, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Wittig, you testified to the court about covens and covens which you have attended, and you told the court that Dale and Randy were at the covens at the time. So, Mr. Wittig, my question is, how many times did you have attended the covens for the ritual purpose? It's no need to be the exact amount, Mr. Wittig. Just give the best recollection of from your memory.
If I may guess, probably around somewhere between 0 to 20, or let's say from 1 to 20 times, as far as I remember.
Good guess, Mr. Wittig. And during these covens, from the 1 to 20 times that you have attended, was there any conversation as among the people in the attendance?
Objection, Your Honor.
Counsel, please make the question relevant.
Pertaining to?
Was there any conversation?
Yes, of course. We human who also can socialize in the first place.
Was the conversation in the nature of a social conversation, Mr. Wittig?
Sometimes.
Was any of the people that attended these covens did anything that would be considered as antisocial?
No.
Are you sure? Didn't burn or kill any innocent cats? Didn't even set a fire in the middle of the circle? Didn't recite any kind of satanic books?
Huh? No.
Calm down, Mr. Wittig. Alright then. During the prior sessions that you have attended, could you please tell the court what happened on these sessions?
It is psychological, more or less, more kinda linked thoughts, things that similar like that.
Okay. But are you sure that there were nothing antisocial?
No! How many times should I tell you? We are not same kind of the idiots who run in a circle and recite, I love Satan, Satan is my love, mwah, 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 ha 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 ha.
Order. What's your courtesy over the court? I could see that you did not understand the terminology used in court. It is not the kind of the order. It's meant a command. And also, please mind your behavior. Now I order you to keep quiet and let the proceeding continue. You may proceed, counsel.
Chill. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Well, those things like I said before did not happen in the convents.
So, just a social and peaceful conversations. Nobody was forced to attend and nothing was antisocial about those events.
Yes, it is, and no, there's not.
Your Honor, I have no more further questions to the second witness. Thank you and much obliged.
Thank you, counsel. You may have a seat.
The Honourable Court is now adjourned. Counsel and spectators will please remain in the court. Allow the Honourable Judge to deliberate. All rise.
We agree to the decision of District Court. We agree that improper prosecutorial comments on the defendant's constitutionally protected speech, activities, or belief that subject to harmless error analysis if such comments are made during the guard phase of trial. However, we cannot agree with the majority conclusion that prosecutorial comments that the defendant was a devil worshipper are not of a magnitude that would have adversely influence to the court. To me, this is far from the kind of the improper evidence that is harmless beyond a reasonable doubt. We pointed out that defendants' diabolical activities were mitigated somewhat by defense counsel's cross-examination in which a violent attempt was made to convince the court that their wizard did not burn to kill any cats or skinning cats or set places of fire. Defense counsel's attempt to portray the devil as peaceful was more than overcome by the prosecutor's descriptions of the defendants as a plot to kill two good human beings. We already agree that the evidence against Flanagan and Moore is overwhelming. We do have to agree that, as put by the majority, Flanagan, Moore and 4 other co-defendants killed the guardians.